Television, and of course still in our show, this segment now I'm dedicating to anybody who is planning probably to start construction, and you must be wondering what criteria you really have to take, or you might be scared on how to start. I have here an expert, also an engineer at the same time, who's going to be sharing with us knowledge on the phases, key phases in construction. Many of you just go and draw house plan, not even drawing the paper, but just like, okay, dig from here up to the other side. So today I need to take you professionally into these very building tips. And with me I have a gentleman. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? It's been long a little bit.
At least a month plus.
Yeah, I think it's a month plus ever since I had you again right here. Maybe for a person who is seeing you for the first time, an introduction.
I'm called Engineer Yasman.
Okay.
Proprietor of EROHPA Construction Company Limited.
Okay.
Okay. What actually kept me very far from viewers is I had a project in
yes.
I had a project in Gulu City, then Fort Portal.
Oh, you had a project in Gulu City,
Gulu
and
City
then
actually, then
Fort Portal.
Fort Portal. So
Okay.
it kept me busy. It kept me out. Then
Okay.
there was no way I could do really be with the viewers.
I understand.
But otherwise, I kept responding to the calls whenever I'm called.
Okay.
Kept in sharing with
with the people
MC,
who try
who try
inquire.
to inquire.
Okay.
So they actually received positive responses from me.
Wow. And I know today they will add on more.
I know.
How
hopefully.
was May?
May has been hectic. You know, it's a school fees wave. We're actually we've been going through a lot.
Okay.
But nonetheless, we have to move.
And now June has kicked on.
June has kicked on thanks to the pilgrims.
Oh yeah.
The martyrs who made it to Kampala from all the way from Nebi.
Nebi, yeah.
Then even
parts.
the foreigners from other visitors from the foreign countries.
Okay.
Really thank them.
All right. And now actually getting you back to the serious critical topic of discussion today. We are talking about still in line with construction. And in that we had agreed today I want you to give a viewer out there the top 5 keys in construction. Because in most cases people just construct to construct because they have got the money or they've got the resources without plans. And maybe I would love you to first introduce them into what these phases are.
Literally, in construction, we have around 5 key stages, 5 main key stages.
Okay.
Actually, we call it phases in construction because
okay.
usually construction, we call construction projects as projects because project is something that you will start and you'll have to finish it. You get?
Yeah.
In construction projects, we have around 5 key major things. Phase 1, it involves what you call initiation. That is pre-design. Initiation involves bringing the team on board, bringing the team in the field. It involves evaluation.
Okay.
It involves actually a lot. That is ascertaining the feasibilities of the projects, the risks of the projects, what actually the costs, and then what really the demand is about that project. You get it? Okay. That is phase number 1. So when one is planning to construct, one key thing you have to, the major thing you first have to ascertain is, do you have the team that can do for you what you call pre-design? That is initiation. Somebody who can initiate you into a project. That is 1. Okay. 2, there is what you call design. That is pre-construction. Okay. That one involves outlining the costs of the building. Then ascertaining who is that constructor the contractor you're going to employ. You get
like into the site.
Into the site, of course, running your project. That is also a key because you can have the evaluation team in phase 1. Then you fail to have the right contractor to push your project. Then point number 3, that is in line with the procurement. Procurement talks about sourcing of materials. When we talk about sourcing of materials, it involves a lot. At times people look at sourcing of materials as something very serious, very simple. Sourcing of materials involves an engineer that you have contracted to do your project, someone whom you've trusted. Like I remember telling you one time when I was here that when you're planning to start a project, you need to plan to have a better engineer to run your project. Okay. Because this is a lifetime thing. You're starting a project that you may want to achieve success out of it. Okay. So once you have, once the engineer recommends materials, because engineers must recommend materials, so that you also have someone to blame.
That is true.
At the end of the day. Then secondly, the engineer will have to do what you call team building. Come up with this team. What kind of equipment an engineer might want in the field.
In a site, yeah.
That is point number 3. That's under procurement.
Okay.
It involves starting an engineer, sourcing materials, then equipment.
Okay.
Then point number 4, which is the key, real construction.
The real act now.
The real act now. Construction involves a lot of things. One, there is maintenance of documents, the paperwork that you handled in phase number 1, because you'll have done the paperwork, you'll have done what. So now, who is going to execute this work? Because now there you'll have the contractors, the subcontractors in the field. Then it should be closer monitoring of the project.
Okay.
You get somebody must be there to monitor the project all the time to avoid. I wish I knew.
I wish I knew this would have been like this.
This could have been like this. This could have been, somebody would have done this, something of that kind.
Okay.
Then finally, point number 5. I hope I'm not so brief.
No, it's okay.
But I'm first looking at the key.
Yeah.
That is closing out of the project. That is, on closing out the project, it involves, 1, you have to do the survey, move around, check, compare what is in the plan and what has been executed in the structure before handing over. Then on your handing over, you have to hand over the deliverables. Then of course ownership.
Okay.
Those are the keys. But in reality, construction, like I told you last time, it needs proper planning.
I was even going to come in like, okay, what if all this is really at stand, like the way you've explained?
Yeah.
What are some of the uncertainties that person who is planning to start constructing, what are those kind of uncertainties that can come and sabotage with your proper planning? That was even okay.
Well, that is...
and maybe in case those uncertainties are there, how can they deal with it to make sure construction doesn't stop?
Ati, now, once all these 5 key aspects are outlined, even before executing the project or seeing the project take off, you have to plan with your engineer, with your contractor very well. You can decide to do the project in phases. We call it in construction, we call it shells. You can say shell number 1, since we have the land, let's plan for the project. Let's sit down, we plan, see how we can manage the project well. You get it?
Yeah.
So now, this one now involves, you'll have had a team that you plan to do what? To execute your work.
Okay.
So then you plan, be like, out of, maybe the quotation is talking about around maybe 800 million. Then you say, what if we have like 150 million? Can't we do something? So then you say, the contractor will advise that, okay, 150 million can help us handle shell number 1. Let's do the slab, let's do maybe some columns, maybe let's raise the wall.
And fast weight.
And fast weight. Because you might be having the money, but now, because you lack that guidance, maybe you have money which is not appropriate to the bill of quantities.
Okay.
So now this engineer should be able to take you through on how to plan for your money. Because I don't expect, we can't tell how tomorrow may be, that how are you going to receive the money, how are you going to get the money.
Whether the money will come in the same flow.
Of course, whether the money will come in the same flow. We don't know what tomorrow holds for us. You get it. So you need that particular engineer or a contractor who will help you, who will guide you on how to plan in a way that your project will attain success.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, when I put this aside, now somebody maybe who might be wondering, what if I have this serious, nice plan, but really I don't have that money that can raise that one? How can they utilize the little they have to make sure they achieve that dream house they want?
How can they utilize the little they have? One, building plans depends on where, when and where. Okay, like where exactly where you're going to execute the project from.
Okay.
Because, say for example, you can have a building plan, you'll have inquired, but now you're going to maybe execute this project maybe in the rural area, rural setting, maybe in the village. Of course, their costs differ. In an urban setting, literally, it's always considered that one must be, when you're building, all the external walls should bear a 9-inch wall. Do you get it?
Okay.
Then maybe in rural areas, somebody can opt for a 6-inch wall for external walls. Because now the cost reduces a bit. Unlike in urban, because urban, the city planner, the city engineers will come and inspect the site, and they will want to see that are you exactly implying what is in the plan? Because once you have the building plan, it is now a key responsibility of the city engineer, the planners to inspect the plan regularly.
Something like this one, which is on screen.
Yeah.
Approximately, if I'm to put this in a country, how much can somebody organize, like roughly?
Wow, that one I can now recommend for my brothers who are earning around 300,000-400,000 per month. It can go for around 5-6 million.
This one, like the complete one?
The complete one can go for around 5, 6, 7, 8 within that.
Okay.
And you can also finish it in phases also. It also goes in phases.
Okay.
Because
in case the flow of money is not constant.
It's not constant because you're not sure of the cash flow always. But when you have your cash at hand, 5, 6, 7 million can support you with that.
What are some of these things that a house must not miss? A real, let me say, complete professional house.
No, a house must have enough aeration. Enough aeration. Aeration is mandatory. Then the lighting. You should have light.
Okay.
Of course, access to the light. Because you can have a nice house, but during the day the house is dark. You need to use lights. That's a cost.
Okay.
Somebody must have a house must have. Okay, the direction of the winds also matters. Because when an engineer is setting out a building, those are things somebody must consider. The direction of light, the flow of winds. Such things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, like this house, is that a good fair or struggling plan?
No. All houses, it's not actually a struggling plan. It is also a house, but it depends on. Like I told you last time in the other engagement, I talked about something of cut a court according to your word, to your size. Maybe someone also got a plan somewhere or just copied it. But what I'm seeing, it is more of unprofessional plan. Somebody just got his guidance from that, from local engineer.
House. Okay, all right. So now, as we are winding up, I would love you to talk about, for example, people. By the way, many people really wonder, where do I get professional engineers? Where do I get professional plans? Who can give me a real architectural plan? You get?
Oh wow! In this event now, I should first of all talk about my company.
Okay, briefly.
If you need to get a good architectural plan, first of all, contact me. My company does all that.
Okay.
It does for you architectural plans, the M&Es. It even does land surveying, whatever you need within construction.
Okay.
So now I can't first start recommending another person before recommending myself.
That is true. Okay.
Because let me talk about irregularities in construction.
Okay.
There are some things that clients blame engineers for. One, clients blame engineers for maybe poor workmanship, but in a way that first, before you blame an engineer for poor workmanship, ask yourself: did you really provide? Did you really equip the engineer with all the necessities that he had asked
he wanted?
For? Because now, at the end of the day, you'll end up blaming this engineer, but yet he asked for something that you're not able to do. What? To provide. You get that? So that is where and how and why the question comes, like, you should have told me, I should have planned this well, I should have done this. So also clients, I challenge clients that they should actually let the engineers execute what it is in the plan and do what is technical and so professional.
Okay. Wow. And also, probably in case you're watching out there, you should as well, at the end of the day, pick which kind of house do you want? That one matters first. And also, what do you have? Have you saved enough for this very house? And of course, I've been having, that is Yasman. So now, maybe as we are winding up, I would love you to give an advice to any general audience that is watching right now on construction. Then next time, I think we shall talk about finishing, because sometimes
the molds, the slates.
Yes, sometimes people think raising a wall and a roof with the doors and windows, I am done. So I think next time we shall actually have an engagement. So probably in less than maybe a minute, I would love you to give them a general word of wisdom.
General word one. If someone is planning to start to raise a structure, that's to build.
Okay.
One, they must prioritize hiring the best engineers in the world. or in the nation as Uganda. First of all, the best engineers in Uganda in my company, construction company, that is EROHPA Construction Company Limited.
Okay.
So I champion talking about that because I cannot recommend someone yet before recommending my what?
That is true.
Myself.
That is true.
Then another thing is an engineer should have a record. Should have a record.
What they call experience.
Experience. Who is this person?
What
Due diligence. Kind of due diligence. Who is Rixel? Who is Yasman? What does this company do? What have they done so far? Can they do this? Have they ever done this? Do they have an idea about this? Such is necessary in construction.
All right, thank you so much. So in case somebody wants to locate you or find you?
I'm at Kabaka's Road, that is Chinawataka.
Okay.
Chinawataka, actually. That,
Chinawataka Road.
Chinawataka Road, that's Kabaka's up there. Then email, you can email me at EROHPA Construction Company Limited. Then Facebook, you can find me as Yasman.
And maybe numbers?
Numbers, I'm on 774 20 60 43.
Okay.
That's on MTN. On Airtel, I'm on 704 57 5042.
Okay.
All contacts are on WhatsApp.
All right, that is EROHPA Constructions Limited right there. So in case you are there watching, I'm sure you've picked a point. Anything? Maybe you
I needed to chip in something. We even have an office in Mbale. That's in Saja Wankuba. That is in Kumi. That's in Mbale, Soroti Road.
Okay.
That
Mbale,
road.
Soroti Road, okay.
That's on the right as you're going to Kumi Road, Soroti.
Okay.
You can contact us there. There is someone at that office. Call me, then I'll give you guidance.
On what you need.
On what you need.
Okay, fine. And of course, anybody who is tuned right there, I'm very sure at the end of the day you've picked some knowledge about the phases in construction instead of you just constructing anyhow. Just because you want to finish constructing. Also, I want to actually use this very time for wishing these following people their birthdays. People that are celebrating their birthday. June babies are also many. I thought it was only May that had a lot of babies right there. I want to start with a lady by the names of CEO Justin, known as Seya, celebrating her birthday right today. Happy birthday, Seya. That is CEO Justin. Big upon yourself right there. And may you live to actually achieve all that your heart desires right there. If I put CEO aside, I also want to say Lukman. Happy birthday, Lukman, as well, celebrating his birthday on this very day. That is Lukman right there, looking very smart. Happy birthday, Lukman, right there. Then also, I don't want to forget MKHD 47256 Mato. He was celebrating his birthday yesterday, being the 5th of June. Happy birthday, DJ MKHD 47256 right there. And then finally, I also have Jordan, a dancer's icon right there, celebrating his birthday on, actually it was yesterday on 5th of June. And of course, happy birthday as well. That is Jordan, dance icon right there. And also I don't want to forget Tony Rebel as well, celebrating his birthday right today. Happy birthday, Tony Rebel. Big upon yourself right there. And of course, may you live to achieve all that you desire on this planet. I've been actually Rixel on the lunch. Bye bye.